You're not stuck. You're avoiding. And if that hits a nerve, it should. You keep telling yourself you're working on it, that things will click, that your time is coming. But if someone tracked your last 30 days, not what you planned, not what you intended, just what you actually did, would it match the life you say you want, or would it expose something you don't want to admit? Stay with me, because this is where most people scroll. By the end of this, you're going to see exactly where you've been out of alignment and what it actually takes to fix it. Not motivation, clarity. Because the truth about success isn't hidden, it's avoided. A lot of what you call confusion isn't confusion, it's conflict. You know what matters. You also know what's easy, and those two things don't match. So your brain does what it's designed to do. It leans toward comfort, familiar patterns, low-resistance decisions, not because you're broken, because you haven't made the alternative feel real enough yet. No urgency, no pressure, no immediate consequence. So nothing changes. And that's the part no one says clearly. Most of the time, it's not that you lack discipline. You just haven't felt the cost of staying the same. Yet. When something actually matters, when there's real pressure, you move. No hesitation, no overthinking, no debate. So when you say you can't stay consistent, what you're really saying is your current behavior hasn't hurt enough to force a shift. And that's dangerous, because the cost doesn't show up right away. It stacks, quietly. You don't notice it in a day or a week. But enough delayed decisions, enough half-effort, enough "I'll start tomorrow," and you wake up further behind than you expected. That's the real truth about success, meaning, contribution, purpose, and money. It's not one big move. It's whether your daily behavior lines up with the identity you claim. Most people say one thing and live something else entirely. Here's another one people don't like hearing. Your potential doesn't mean much. It's common, actually. Everyone you meet has some kind of maximum potential. The difference is most people give up on pursuing it. You might still be keeping yourself safe, untested, because as long as you don't fully go for it, you never have to find out where your limits actually are. That's the tension. It's not failure people avoid. It's exposure. So instead, you stay in motion without really moving. You learn more, you plan more, you adjust your approach again and again. It feels productive. But if nothing in your life demands a higher version of you, you won't become one. Your environment doesn't force it. Your standards don't enforce it. Your habits don't reflect it. So change stays theoretical. This is where it shifts, or doesn't, because the next part removes the last layer of cover. You don't need more information. You need a more honest look at how you're actually living. Look at a normal day, not the version you talk about, the real one. What do you do when you're unmotivated or tired? When no one's watching? When it would be easier to do something else? That's your pattern, and your pattern is your identity, not your goals, not your intentions. Your identity equals your defaults. So instead of asking what you should do next, ask something harder. What would someone at your next level stop tolerating immediately? Not someday, right now. That question cuts through everything. Because now it's not about hype, it's about standards. Someone operating at a higher level doesn't negotiate with every distraction. They don't endlessly prepare. They don't wait to feel ready. They act in a way that makes progress unavoidable. Not perfectly, but consistently enough that things start to move. So here's what you do. Pick one area where you've been out of alignment. Just one. Your work, your health, your time, and close the gap today. Not forever, not perfectly, just today. Do the thing you've been putting off. No build-up, no overthinking, just execute. Because confidence doesn't come from thinking about change, it comes from evidence. And right now, your evidence might not be strong enough to support the identity you want. So build it, one action at a time. Then raise your standards slightly, not to perfection, to honesty. Repeat that, and things start to shift, not instantly, but steadily. Because your actions and your identity stop fighting each other. And when that happens, progress feels different. Less forced, more automatic. Here's what I want from you. Not something long, not something perfect, just one word. Type the word that best describes where you've been slipping lately. No explanation, no overthinking, just one word. That's enough to tell you the truth you've been avoiding. Because the moment you can say it clearly is usually the moment it starts to change. You don't need more time. You need a higher standard for how you use it. That's the line between people who keep thinking about changing and people who actually do. And right now, you're close enough to feel the difference. The question is whether you're done negotiating with yourself